Alright, so I have my file here. I went ahead and added a camera just to have representation of what the player's view is most likely going to be, because obviously you want to try and favor it to camera where you can. And I added my reference images. And for this course, I'm going to be animating my character as if he's doing ballet. Why? Because I love ballet, and so I'm just going to do what I want. So let me go ahead and start with the body. You want to start broad, and then I have a key there, and then work your way towards more specific. So I'm looking at the angle of the hips. I need to open it out that way. And then let me get the foot, not the ankle, the foot. You can press Q to hide the manipulator, so I do that all the time. Get that tendu back. This may be tricky to blend in and out with the foot back there, but this is a cool pose, so I'm just gonna go for it. Let me get that foot roll in. And it needs to rotate towards the crowd. Okay, there. Now I need to move this foot forward because he needs to be on balance, right? Right now he's too forward on the front foot. Move that. Might be too wide of a stance, so I'm going to move him up. Oh, I want this in world space. Alright, as far as I can go. And get that position. Too much foot roll, maybe? Let's see. His heel is pretty... Maybe I move it over more. Again, try and look at it from player view. Not looking really off balance. Maybe something more like that. And then for ballet, what's interesting is they tend to rotate the hips outward. Like this. So I think, do I want to build that in with the hips or with the spine? Maybe the spine. Let me go ahead and do that. So rotate the hips and then take the spine controls and counter. Like that. Get the shoulder up. Nice line of action here. Let's see where that... And then also for ballet, they tend to rotate the upper arm so the elbow faces down. So actually, let me do that first. They rotate it so the elbow is this way. And to get the nice pleasing poses, they actually rotate their wrists the other way. So ballet is very weird how they look like they're just standing in a nice pose, but they've really torqued their body to be in these very unnatural positions, and it enables them to get more graceful lines of action in their dances and also control the overlap, because if you watch ballet, they hardly ever have overlap with their body because it's so controlled due to how they have rotated and torqued their body. So let me do something like that, and let me look. Okay, his spine is still a little more screen left. But maybe I will twist. Let me get twist. Let me look, maybe I'll do... Well, I kind of wanted to look forward-ish, right? Because I don't want my idol to be super... let's actually, from the player view, let's get the hand... I will actually create the hand pose in a little bit here, but let me get just the general arm. Okay, and then how do I want it? Be like that. Okay, let me get back to the arm here. And I thought this would be a nice pose for holding out the sword. So let me lower the shoulder, kind of get nice hips this way, shoulder this way, head this way, get that nice contrapposto. And again, they rotate their arms this way, and they will rotate their wrists. A counter. Let me get the arm to be like... I think I want just a teeny bit of bend, perhaps. So maybe more like that. And then... This is bad. I want the sword to follow the line of action. He may have a quite broken wrist. Let's see. And this is not looking good, actually. Let me look at the reference. Let me zero this out. Okay. And let me also look at the line this way. I should rotate the shoulder back, perhaps like that. And then rotate this one forward. Kind of get a flow. If you look on top, build in a line of action that way. Okay, let's fix this. Maybe just adjust it in player view. Maybe something like that. He's kind of broken, which is like, oh, that's the hard part where you want to try and see where you can break the character to get a nice clean up line action, but you don't want it to be too jarring where it clearly looks like they're broken and the player's like, looks like he's injured or something. Okay, so this is generally what I want, but you'll notice he's off balance. He would fall over. So I need to adjust the feet. And again, like I said before, I'm mainly just moving the TY in the body. I do not want to go like this to adjust the pose. It's better for me to adjust the feet. So let me go ahead and do that. Move them over. And then for ballet, they're always posing their bodies essentially towards camera, towards the audience. So you'll see here that he's getting a nice separation between the feet here, and he has a very nice cross, which, since I'm creating this pose, but the emphasis is actually from the back view, right? If it would be behind him here, which I do not see, right, because they animate themselves towards camera, let me try and play with the feet to try and capture this essence, but make it more appealing to camera. Maybe that is okay, but I need to... I need to see the line. Okay, that might be hard. Blend. He just look regal. Let's get his head up. And let's see how am I arcing it. Perhaps like that to complement. And he looks like he's straining right here. So let me go ahead and lower. Yeah, that looks, see the difference? Look at that. That looks like he's kind of straining, and then this feels more relaxed. Nice. Okay, this is looking okay. So now let me go ahead and do the fingers. It's always good to do like the teardrop. So I'll go ahead and rotate this up. See how it has a, the pointer kind of leads and the other three are grouped. So let me go ahead and do that. So do it by animating that in, animating this one in, so you kind of get a point this way. And then also get a point with this one, because see how these are kind of curving? There's a nice line of action in the hand this way, but this one's dead on straight, and it ruins the flow. So let's go ahead and, oops, let me try it from the top now. I don't actually like it up there, so let's continue it here. You know what? I think I will not do it from here and just keep it with the knuckles there. Okay, excellent. And then let me relax these ones just a tad bit more so you have more clear separation like that. And I think I want to do a grouping of 3 instead of, right now it's 1, 2, 1, which is a totally valid grouping, but I think for this one I want to do a little bit more together. So let's take this one, move it over like that. Did I do the Y or did I do like that? Let's also curve it in. I'm looking at the tips. Right now the tips are all on rails. They're all like facing the same exact way. So let me go ahead and get a little bit of RX in there, and then take this RX and move it this way, just so that if you look now, they are all pointing along that way. And And let's look at the thumb. How's the thumb? It's a little hard because he was really back in stage with this pose. You don't see it. And how is it with my guy? Let's see. I'll just do what I want. Let me just move him in. Perhaps like that, and perhaps, no, typically I only like to do Z on these, but I'll do all 3 on the main one. Something like that. Okay, awesome. Now what I'll do is I have animated, or I have posed out these ones here. Sometimes I'll use the curl. These green ones are great for fists. But I'm going to create, I hate that. I'm going to create a selection set, a pose library. In case I want to use this pose again, I can just paste it and not have to recreate it every single time. This is the left hand, L, hand, relaxed, O1, because I'll probably have a bunch of them. Great. Save. Okay, great. So I have my pose there. Now let me get the hand. It's nice. Oops. I want to get a nice fist holding the weapon, and these curl controls are actually super great for that. So let me go ahead. Oops. I just want Z. Do that. Move them all in. I may adjust the socket that is constrained to, that the rapier is constrained to, yeah, just so I have a better, I can get a better hand pose, something a little more firm. Okay, let's see. Typically, I normally do my fists, I'll have the index finger out, and then these ones will be tighter. So that one, let me see. Yeah, that's okay, and then these are more tighter than the index, but they slowly get more tight. Okay, that looks... Alright, let me go ahead and actually get them, because they're not totally into a fist. So let's... It's not doing all 3? Come on. Oh well. Excellent. Okay. And then I think I'll just accommodate for a tighter fist by doing these 3 here and moving them like that. Great. Okay. I think I can move this down. Oops. Just a tad. Come on. Just a tad bit more. And then I'll take this one, if it'll let me. Okay. And same thing. Right now the fist is on rail. See, they're all basically facing the same way, so I can take this one here, turn it in, take this one up here, turn it in, and then now I have a line of action like this. And then let me look at the fist from behind here. I can curve this like that. Curve this one, let's see, like that. And that's looking a little better. I think I lost it up here though, hold on. Did it the wrong way. Okay. Alright, that's looking pretty good. And this thumb is not quite in the right position. Let me just quickly pose it out, but I need to readjust my socket and the constraint for this socket. So let me just do, I guess, something like this real quick. Okay, great. Save. And to adjust the socket's position and to have a more accurate... What on earth? Why is he over there? Okay. To get a more accurate idea of where it'll be, I can create a level sequence and then use it as an asset when I go to adjust the socket. So let me do that now. Right click, bake animation sequence, animation. Oh, I need my folders. So let's set that up. Animation. I will create one called player. And then inside here, I'll create another one called locomotion. Now, I try to keep the player animation paths as short as possible because you're going to be exporting and saving them. So that's why I want to keep it only 2 folders in. Okay, let me go back to animation, player, locomotion, and I'll call it idle. Okay. Export. All that should be good. Then I go back to the folder here. And ta-da! My pose, great. So now let me go ahead and update the socket location so that it fits better with my hand. So let me go to the skeleton, which is in characters, mannequins, meshes, many. And you'll see I have it. I typically name it per weapon. I'll see socket, you'll see it here. So I'll name it like hand socket, whatever. That's how it comes in as default, and then I add the weapon name because you'll be needing to set up different sockets per weapon. You know, if you have like a claymore or a spear or a longsword, they're all gonna be in different positions. So I usually just add the weapon name at the end. And so what I can do here is preview animation, and then if I do idle, then I'll come up here. And let me just pause it. And then now I can adjust this socket location based upon my pose. So to me that looks pretty good. I'll just adjust the end fingers right here. So save it. And then it should be updated here. Yep, okay. Let me just back this off a little bit maybe. Yeah. Okay, and then this one as well, just so I get a nice clean line. Okay, and then I still want this sticking out too much to my liking, so just go like that. Okay, great. So now that I have my base pose, I'll go ahead and animate a breathing cycle, and then once I finish this blocking pass, I'll move on to the next one. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it. If I did, sorry about that, but you want to try and get all these to a blocking pass, then go to the tech anim and implement it before you bring it to spline, because you may realize, oh, you didn't like the timing of the run compared to the walk when you actually play it in game. So it's really important to kind of keep it general and basic for your first pass. Again, implement your blocking, and then you can do your spline and polish passes after the tech anim part.